Didn't come the way I wanted. Hey, welcome to the 2-minute drill with Christian Jones, and we're gonna combine it tonight with Bears Banter Talk Show. Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? What's up? How you?
I'm great.
All right, let's do it.
Hey, Christian, I hear you was talking earlier about your high school season with your guys. How did that turn out?
We didn't do too good. We won 3 games, so I'm glad the season over.
Okay.
Oh, y'all was what, 3-6?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
That's tough, man.
That is.
Yeah, it really made it tough. Well, we played our rival for homecoming, and they beat us like a drum.
Oh.
Well, maybe they give you like a contract, like a Maalox NIL or something like that, man. So
did
get a little money and stomach relief.
That you wanted to play?
I did.
Okay. Yeah, that's a deal. Okay.
Yeah, he be like that big kid that's running over everybody.
Yeah.
The first 5-tool quarterback.
It wasn't fun. You know, you had a terrible season when all the coaches look at it and we was just happy. Like, we were so happy, man. It was over. It was terrible. I'll tell you like this, and this is not, I'm not lying to y'all. I would not lie to y'all. We had a game, we had a stretch of 4 games where at our own 20, we've had 7 fumbles. Each game.
Yeah. That's rough, bro.
But I had a quarterback. The quarterback would make good. So what we would do is we had how it go like this. If we rotated quarterbacks because we couldn't find one. So you go in, if you didn't get a scoring drive, you come out. The next one get in. So it was a span where both of them fumbled twice. And they was taking turns like they was playing tag. Like you get in, tag, you get in, tag. It was literally like 2 fumbles apiece. And we was just looking at each other like, man, we can't. There's nothing you can coach out of that, for real. So yeah, I'm glad it's over. Next year will be better though. Yeah, we got a really strong class coming up next year, so we'll be better next year.
Okay. All right.
Okay. Hey, let's start off with the 2-minute drill. Caleb Williams' performance as far as in Sunday game against the Cleveland. Then we'll go into the pregame show. Hey, what's your thoughts that you had? I know you had a few days, Christian, to kind of collect your thoughts and maybe watch a film. I mean, thing that you want to share right now?
Yeah, I love his second half. His second half was professional football play to me. His first half, I just really wish he would just take what the defense give you. Like, he holds on to the ball too long.
Sure, right now.
And there's times where, Archuleta was saying, like, man, he can get to his third read. He actually could have, but he wasn't. But you saw in the second half, he actually was getting to his third read. So I'm excited to see him take that next step to where we can see 4 quarters like just playing full, clean football. But the second half was impressive. That was some professional quarterback play right there. I don't have nothing to say. Like, it was, he didn't take any sacks. He didn't throw any picks. He kept them in, like, positive, like, position to, like, be positive plays if it wasn't there. Like, he really did good. The only thing I would have liked them to do is when they scored off, when we took the lead in the fourth quarter, I would have really liked them being to not play conservative when we had the ball on our own 5. That was conservative. That kind of pissed me off, I ain't gonna lie, because it wasn't Caleb. He just being literally handing the ball off 3 times in a row to where they knew, they loaded up the box. He wasn't aggressive at all, but I understand, like, he didn't want him to throw a pick, but at the same time, don't handcuff him either. It's kind of like the Kyle Shanahan thing when he did when the Falcons win the Super Bowl against Tom Brady, and he ain't want to keep like moving the ball. He kind of like playing handoff, and that kind of put us in a bad position there because we almost could have lost the game because of that. So that's just my opinion on what happened in the game.
Okay. Hey, Guy, what was your thought as far as performance of Caleb last game?
What I like about him is he shows a lot of poise. I think a lot of times what happens is, and I kind of sort of talked about it with some guys in the group. They had some discord with Caleb, and I said I would kind of maybe assess a little more when I got to do the all 22. There is a site on YouTube that I'd encourage you guys to go to. It's called, I think it's Bears Nation. I think it is. No, Bears Film Room. And they do the all 22.
Yeah, it's Film Room.
What happens is you get a bird's eye view and you get to see things. The interesting part about it is out of the 12 personnel, what I found is when receivers were making themselves open, he's making quick reads and he's doing a great job. When guys aren't open, he sort of holds the ball. And a lot of times with guys, it's almost like through practice and reps and stuff, you have to believe that your receivers are going to get some separation and you can throw them open, i.e., as they're about to break and you let it go. So when they turn around, the ball is right there. I saw some 12 personnel stuff he did like in the second half. It was just amazing. I love the fact that he's poised because if you know the last few seasons we were talking about how the coaches were trying to get Justin Fields to stay in the pocket instead of running. Caleb seems to have that whole pocket thing on point. You know, he doesn't seem like he's rattled. The only time I worry sometimes is he may hold a little long and he rolls out and throw the ball as opposed to just throw it out of bounds because you risk getting the receiver hurt, you risk getting penalties. But I like what he did, and I think people need to understand that this kid is in his second year, and that last drive that he did, chef's kiss.
Okay. What about you, Plank? What's your thought on Caleb's performance on Sunday?
Well, first of all, I'm flabbergasted by the assessment that you guys got today. So I'm a little bit concerned. First of all, Caleb Williams had one of the best games that I've seen an NFL quarterback have in the last 10 years or so. Not only did he throw for almost 300 yards, he ran for over 50 yards. He was a general out there, and he led the team down to 8 different 8 times they changed scores and all of that kind of stuff. Threw for 3 touchdowns, no interceptions, caught a touchdown pass. Guys, I don't know what else you guys are looking for in a quarterback. You know, I can tell you this. I don't think that he's at the level where he needs to be consistent, but I also don't think there's any way that we can assess that game and 47 points about, you know, some of the flaws that may be present in Caleb Williams. I don't see how we can use that game as a conduit for showing that he needs additional improvement. He had one of the best games I've ever seen.
I completely agree. I agree.
Yeah, you know what? One of the things about I think Caleb that's going on at times, I do think people are holding him to perfection, and you know the interesting thing about football, you know, of course, there's some things you need to work on, and I do, you know, we would like to see some consistency, but you know what? The guys who are consistent are probably the top 5 guys in the league. Everybody else are probably inconsistent, to be honest, right? I mean, that's the difference between the elite guys, right? So you hope to get to the elite where you are consistent because, you know, I mean, I've watched some quarterback play this year where you kind of like, oh, okay, that really doesn't look too good, right? Even the guys that's elite. But I thought it was a real good game as far as when I look at the whole game, because I don't trip out on some of the stuff that we know is going to happen, you know, because one thing we're going to have to trade off. If we don't want sacks, then we know we got to have throwaways, right? We're going to have some throwaways if we want sacks. If we don't want if we want deep balls constantly, then we're going to have some inaccuracies because deep balls are the hardest ones to complete, right? It's just like shooting, the farther you shoot from the basket, the harder it is. I did pull up. Let me pull up this here. I do have the time to throw in the last game. It did go up some from the previous game. Let me see if I can bring it on the screen. And Christian, you can jump in. Y'all, whatever y'all like to. While I'm working on bringing this up, I think this is the
What's
one.
up, Jay?
What up, though? Yeah.
So you see the time to throw did go up. Sometimes the time to throw is actually is distorted by when he rolls out and holds it a little while. Because those are the times where it goes up to maybe 5 to 6 seconds, right? So then that's going to bring up maybe the average time to throw in that game might have been 2.8. But once you have those 2 or 3 throws where you done held it 6 seconds, kind of scrambling, it distorts the time to throw average. But you know what? Time to throw, in reality, to me, Christian, you could, disagree. I think it's only a big deal when your quarterback is either getting sacked or you're not making completions. Because in reality, Josh Allen doesn't play on time at all.
That's true.
He doesn't play it. He takes forever sometimes to throw the ball, him and Jalen Hurts. And Lamar Jackson takes a long time to throw. But, they have good blocking and they're making plays. So when you make plays, it's no big deal.
Yeah, we talked about this before. It's style of play because Ben Roethlisberger never played on time.
Nope.
So my thing was for him that I was saying. So I don't want there to people to when they watch this think I'm saying he had a bad game. No.
Right.
I think he had a good game. What I'm saying, he can't do what he did in the first half against a team like the Vikings who gonna give you all kinds of looks and pressure. You're not gonna be able to do there's got to be times where he takes what the defense give him. And I'm saying in the second half, I seen more positive. There was more of I felt like we were more in sync. There was more flow to the game in the second half. So in my opinion, in my perspective, and also too, I just say it's for someone else takes the floor. I was looking at Pro Football Focus. Our offensive line is in top 10.
But you know what? Hey, Plank, before you beat me up,
big change.
You punched me in my stomach, Plank. No, but you know what? When the game was going on, and I know some people were having some dissent and discord with Caleb, and I was trying to be that number one guy to kind of support him, but Plank. But my assessment of Caleb really wasn't a negative one. It's one where, for example, when he rolls out to the right, if in the first couple seconds you don't see somebody open, just throw it out of bounds. Because with the attrition that we've had, I look at it from that standpoint. We've had a lot of attrition at different positions, not necessarily receiver, but by the same token, we don't want to put guys in a situation because when you roll out, now you cut the field in half. And if I roll out and I don't see a receiver open, just throw it out. Because now, as we've even talked about it, the referees will give you calls once you start making plays with the Bears. As I was saying, we were talking about in the last show, we're getting a lot of these phantom calls. We're getting calls that we shouldn't. We're not getting these calls that we should get. And the reason being is because it's easy, because we've played so bad past years. And it's easier sometimes for referees to say, oh, yeah, it's definitely them, when it's not. But if you get Caleb if Caleb gets in a situation where he comes in, he rolls out, and within the first couple seconds he doesn't see anything, instead of trying to hold on and try to throw something cute for an incompletion, just throw it out of bounds. That's all I'm saying. But I love what I see from him, and he's an anomaly because if you really look at his stats from last year, people were blowing him up. I said, you tell me a rookie that only threw 6 interceptions and did what he did with 62% completion. Look at the history of the NFL, and you could probably count them on one hand.
Well, couple points. First of all, playing on time, I think is very important in Ben Johnson's offense. And that is his gauge of how well and how progressive Caleb Williams is doing. Yeah. So relative to the amount of time that he's taking to throw, he's got to get better in that because everybody else is counting on him to have the ball out within 1,001, 1,002. So it's not an issue of that he's holding the ball so long because he's scrambling. However, that's not getting you in your offense the way a quarterback should. A couple points that I wanted to make relative to my career in martial arts. There was one time me and my buddy, this guy's named Ted Washington, and me and Ted are out there, and we're in the black belt division. He's on one side, I'm on the other side. There were 40 black belts out there, and he said, "Man, all these guys look really good. I don't know how we're gonna beat them." And I said, "You only got to beat one guy." And he said, "What do you mean?" I said, "You don't have to fight all 40 of those guys. You only have to beat the guy that jump in the ring with you. So whoever that is jumps in the ring, you beat him. The rest of those guys are going to either beat themselves or beat each other or what have you." Then the other thing you worry about is you make sure you only fight the guy in front of you.
Right.
That's it. So when we start talking about the Bears and, well, they didn't look good playing against this team. If they played against this other team, they would have looked bad. That might be true, but we don't know that. The only thing we know is today I'm playing Johnny Ringo, and he's 6'8", and he 255 pounds. I got to worry about how to beat him. I can't worry about how to beat everybody else and all the other guys on that's out there competing. I can only worry about the guy I'm facing. In the NFL, any given Sunday is the important thing. So I know as fans, we don't not only want our team to win, we want them to look a certain way when they're winning. Chances are that's not going to happen, especially because this offense, this is the first year that we've got down in this offense. We only threw with half a season in this offense, so it's going to take a learning curve. But I see what Ben Johnson is trying to do, so I'm kind of grading the entire Bears team based on that. Not saying that either one of you guys are wrong.
Hey, I get the next gen chart up here, and I think when you look at these charts, I think they're very interesting because I think it helps us visualize where passes were completed, where passes were incomplete. And the interesting thing, when you look at the white dots, it's not that many.
Yeah.
It's not that many, even though we feel like it was a whole lot more than what they were. It's not that many. But what I do like about this chart is I see completions in all over the field. And I see two that were probably crossing routes or check downs, which I'm happy to see that. And I see them on both sides of the field, and I think that's progress as well to see that, because I think at times we might see like clutters on only one side of the field. So to me, that makes me say he's seeing the whole field. And I like to actually bring up some film at some point today that from that YouTube channel that guy mentioned for all 22. But Christian, how is his footwork and mechanics looking to you?
I think his footwork is good. Honestly, the nitpicky part of me is just I just want him to get to that third read, and I've seen him do that a lot in the second half. That's where like our offense really took off in the second half. There was nothing Ben couldn't call. One, because our running game was just great, but also it's because Caleb's making really, really good decisions with the ball. I always felt like his fundamentals in the pocket, he just always been really, really good fundamentally. So,
Is there anything you want to say about that chart? I'm sorry if I took it off. Any y'all want to say anything about that chart?
I thought there were 3 touchdown passes, so I only saw on the chart two scoring.
Well, it was like a jet motion shovel pass.
Okay.
Right in front of him, but since he ball forward, he gets credit for it.
So it should have been 3 of those, though, right?
It is. It's in the backfield.
Oh, I can't see it. Okay, got it.
It's right. I don't know if you can see that arrow. Hold on, let me do it right here. Right there.
Okay.
Can you see that? You know what? So that's the one right here. He threw it to DJ right there.
Yeah.
DJ went to the left and scored.
That was what, 14? Who was 14?
Oh, sorry, not DJ. That was to Zacchaeus.
Yeah. He threw one to Zacchaeus. He threw one to Love. He threw one to DJ.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
this chart actually just shows where they caught the ball at.
He threw 2 to Loveland, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, to the Loveland. Yeah.
To Loveland,
That's so
to the
true.
Loveland, and one
He
to
scored on a
Zacchaeus.
running play.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We were arguing about that the other day because I thought it was a pass play too.
Yeah.
But, it was he went behind the quarterback. So
Yeah. You absolutely.
You know what? And something that needs to be said too with that, it's like it is we spoke at this at length about a team who basically had to scrap the playbook from last year and they learn a new playbook. A lot of us, what we do is we're in a text and we sit up and we talk about the text. Man, they sent a picture of Dunze and my guy, man, the Benedette. Them dudes, man. Oh my God. See, the thing is, if there's there are some we've had some blips and stuff like that, but you should call what's real. The blocking that we saw on that, and especially when Mononga came out, I'm talking about they could have drove a truck through the hole. So the desire to block and the cohesiveness to block is there. The only thing is I think a lot of times they may be a little more tentative, worried about getting penalties. They've knocked their penalties down, 4 penalties, like 7 in this game. And it showed. Man, Adunze, something I said about Adunze, he's like that big kid who doesn't know how strong he is. And then when he realizes how strong he is, man, they were showing. I don't know who it was. Was it you, Bernard, that sent the thing on the Dunze blocking? Man, he was manhandling dudes, man. It's like it wasn't even like a block. It was manhandling dudes. And I'm saying to myself, okay, they do get it. And they're starting to learn. Man, I'm really excited to see what that offensive line, that blocking is going to look like once everybody clicks on all cylinders. It's going to be interesting with our run game.
I'm gonna tell you,
they were serving up pancakes this last week.
Yes,
that dude, he on another level, because it's something I've never seen before. So they ran zone, but they ran it with a pin and pull. So they had a bunch of Dunze cracks on the end. That's when you seen Theo come around on a pull.
Yep.
And that's how he got on that linebacker. I don't really see, typically when I see pin and pull, it's like full pin and pull. But everybody was zone blocking. It was zone blocking. They was reaching. Dunze cracked the end, get Theo on a pin, and now he on the linebacker. And he rode that dude to the sideline. That was crazy. Dude, just that design, just like, I'm like, dang, I would have never thought of that.
And when Bernard sent that clip, I'm at the job because I saw it, but you kind of see it live when you had a chance to look at it. I'm at my desk in my job like this. Man, that's all I got.
But the thing is, though, Theo didn't stop. That dude was like, nah, I'll make sure you out of it.
He did a Tevin Jenkins.
And you appreciate stuff like that when you see like dude want to just play hard, and then a Dunze too, like he had really a good game, like as far as numbers wise, but blocking wise, man, that dude was blocking his whole.
I agree with Leon. Thanks, Leon, for your comments. I thought this was one of the best games called by Ben Johnson. I thought he was a whole lot more creative. One of the things I was saying about being able to score in the red zone, one, you got to be able to run well. And I know the Bears are highly ranked well, but they were not running well when it comes to short yardage, right? Yeah. It seemed like they really don't know exactly what they want to do. If they're going to be on the center, are they going to be in the shotgun? Are they going to be in the pistol? They say, are they going to run? Are they going to do Maganga or they're going to do Swift? It seemed like I'm talking about prior to this game that they're not sure. But because they didn't have to make a choice, it was just Maganga. And what's the guy that came off the bench? I thought he ran hard as well.
Britton Brown, I think.
Burton Brown. Look, keep him and let Roshan Johnson Walker, keep him inactive. I mean, he's always hurt, but I saw more speed and conviction from him. But as far as back to the quarterback, one of the things I thought was exciting was to see him actually catch the ball and run. That was very creative. I mean, he actually ran when he caught the one from Tyson Bagent. So all the Tyson Bagent fans got a chance to see him get a completion. So I know they was happy about that. But Caleb did a good job running. It's something because the interesting thing is if he was like somebody else in the league, man, this will be like he would probably be offensive player of the week. Caught 2 passes,
Right.
touchdown, right?
Yes.
Game winning drive. It's not even the conversation because it's Caleb Williams. But if it was somebody else in the league, let's say Patrick Mahomes, and I'm not comparing to Patrick Mahomes, let's mention Patrick Mahomes. That'd be player of the week, man. Patrick Mahomes. Oh, he caught a touchdown.
Of course.
Right.
Hey,
I'll
but
tell you
let's
what,
talk
the
about
way
the
the Bears
elephant in
game
the
looked-
room.
You know something that's worth mentioning, because I watch a lot of podcasts, and I was watching Gilbert Arenas has a podcast. But it has the football side of it too with Skip and Gerald Green and Akeem Talib.
Yep.
Can you believe that they asked a question of that draft to rank them, and Caleb Williams ain't even ranked in top 3 from them three dudes. So it's just really a media and sports nation as a whole. He ain't getting no type of respect. They Drake May number 1. Then they had Bo Nix number 2.
Really?
Yes. Not lying. They had Bo Nix number 2, and then they had Jaden Daniels. He wasn't even ranked in the top 3. I get Jaden Daniels because he did win Rookie of the Year, right?
Yeah.
But I don't get Drake. I don't get Drake May though.
I don't either.
He didn't even start until the end of the second half of the season. So that's that one that on. But here you got 3 guys in national media. He'll never get no love from the national media. So I don't understand it.
We've all seen that before.
Don't look for it. So.
We've seen it before because you know what? Not to try to compare a different sport or anything like that, but I'm just circumstance. Angel Reese. They hate her. She can't do nothing right. You look at them stats, you look at not just the stats, but you look at the players around the league, they're like, yeah. But they look at her doing this fashion show thing, and it's like they always drop her down. With Caleb Williams, it's the same thing because it's the Chicago Bears. But the players around the league, they already know what time it is with Caleb. Because if you look at it, I mean, I know they played against guys or played with guys, but you look at not just guys coming to congratulate him, talk to him at the game. It's the particular guys that come to him. We talk about straight up dogs that come up to him. So it lets you know that the wavelength of what they're doing and how good guys are, the fans are going to be fickle. The reporters are going to have what they have. But the truth of the matter, it matters with the players. And when you see the caliber of players that walk up to him, lets you know what he really is.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you this. One thing that I know is at the end of the day, if you the guy that's holding the trophy at the end of the game, at the end of the season, you get all the props in the world.
Yep.
But for us for any player that's out there looking for validation week to week, that's a hit or miss. Some people will say Drake Mays better than this guy, whatever. It's the guy that's holding that trophy at the end of the game that you already know is the best. Currently, that's Hurts. Nobody's taking that trophy from him. He's got to be the one on the pedestal. And the funny thing about that, even when you talk about NFL quarterbacks, you don't see Hurts getting a whole lot of love from anybody either.
That's so true.
He has been to 2 Super Bowls and won one and almost won another one. So you can't really, spend a lot of time and focus worrying about what people think. Funny thing I was thinking about when y'all were talking about the Bears blocking was so good last weekend as it reminded me of a Disney movie. You know how you see people running down the field and the linemen making those perfect blocks. That's what it looked like. Theo Benedict, his block looked like the blind side, putting the guy 15 yards down the field. Dunze, he was blocking defensive ends. That's ridiculous. You get a blocking lineman. So, my hat's off to the Bears for that. And I know that we're talking about quarterbacks, but that had to really help Caleb Williams as well. The
Yeah,
number one,
that does play a role because I would say even in the second half, the pass blocking got better because in the first half, look from the center to the right side of the field. No, I should say from Tooney to right is they killing it. We got the weak link is Benedict in the running game. Benedict did in the first half was causing the timing of the passes to be off, right? Because he was getting beat on the end.
Yeah.
But what I did like what they did do was they forced him to man up on his man, and they kept going to the tight ends because what they have been doing in a lot of games is the tight ends have not been involved in the game because they've been trying to help the left tackles block. So in the second half, I thought Benedict stepped up and he held his own. And man, y'all talking about blocking. I do want to mention one play by Wright, but both of them because Benedict blocked the guy on a run play. And he drove the guy into the coach on the sideline. Did I say right? He drove a guy all the way to the left side of the field and knocked down DJ Moore.
Yeah, he sure did.
But you know what? Here's two things. What happens is, I mean, and people are going to be fickle. All you ask for is incremental progress. Two things that we've had that have been blatant for us: not being able to execute in the red zone, cutting down on penalties. We were 4-6 in the red zone, and them penalties went from 11 to 7. And you look at it and you see the difference because now you see a situation whereas even if it's close, when you cut out those sort of parameters from it, it gives you a chance. I mean, had we had more penalties, had we not been able to execute in the red zone, we wouldn't have even been in a position to win that game at the end.
Yeah, hey. We only punted twice in that game.
Yeah.
If you think about it, even though we might have thought the first half was uneven, we only punted twice. And one time we punted, it was late in the fourth quarter. So that means we only punted one time in the whole first half. The only reason it looked a little off is because we missed the field goal.
Yeah.
And then we ended up, one other play, I think we missed the field goal. And then we really almost missed two. We got a re-kick on it,
Before we move on, I do want to say this in his first year, Ben got us scoring 26 points a game.
Yeah.
Somebody make sure I'm right on that, but when I looked at it earlier, I believe I saw 26 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
And we was one of the worst offenses last year. That's impressive. And then two, it's important. The coaching is very important. I know that's a stupid or a silly thing to say, but it really is. Like the offensive line we had here, everybody on this panel kept saying, "Why is he here? Why is he here?" You go get a real offensive line coach, and you see
the difference.
You see a difference. You see people like getting developed. Like Darnell Wright wasn't looking like this until this new guy come in here, and he got good. I mean. Darnell Wright I was looking at his rankings and he's up there now.
He's a dog. Yeah.
The
other thing that the Bears are doing too, I don't know if it's not 12 personnel or whatever. They are using Ozzy Trapillo. He's coming out probably 50% of the plays as an extra lineman. So whether it ends up being a pass play or a running play, man, that makes a difference. Some big 6'8", 300-pound guy, he's just coming on to pound on you as well. So schematically, Ben Johnson's doing some really good things.
Yeah, he is doing. Their offense is in total yards. Their offense is ranked number 4 in the NFL. I believe the offense itself is ranked, I think, 12th or something like that. In some passing stats, Caleb is 12. Some pass stats, he's 8. I mean, just all of it as an offense is new territory for the Bears. I mean, we haven't been in a long time. Our offense usually is 25 and below in almost every stat. And in some years, we've been dead last in quite a few things. And even in sacks, we're down near the bottom. I mean, actually, the two guys leading the sacks this year. The interesting thing is Cam Ward, which I'm not surprised because Cam actually held the ball, I thought, extremely long in college. And believe it or not, the second guy is Drake May. So as much love Drake May is on pace to have 60 sacks this year if they don't slow this down. And I think at some point it's going to catch up with him as often as he's being sacked, because I think he's up to about between 34 and 38 sacks already.
Wow.
Also, you know what else is crazy? Though he's not polished yet as a pass protector, Theo, he's only given up one sack. I don't know how many pressures he's given up, but I was looking at that earlier too. He's only given up one sack. So that makes a difference too. Now I know he's probably, like you said, get help and stuff like that. However, to only been given up one sack is really kind of impressive to me.
Yeah.
From a guy
Your quarterback is Houdini, man. You got to give him credit. He has figured out how to duck a sack. I mean, he's good at it last year too. You know, even though he got sacked a lot, he dodged about 50 sacks last year. He's able to duck under sacks pretty good. Also,
pressure that he had last year in his face either though.
Yeah.
He really do be having like a clean pocket. Now there's just here and there, like he'll have to, you know what I'm saying, like duck and do some, you know, quarterback evasions type stuff, but he be having a clean pocket. I'm just impressed with the whole coaching staff, man.
Yeah, I am too.
They just develop. I mean,
it's the adjustments too, man. You know what? It's the incremental adjustments, not just adjustments. What happens is people always understand that, well, I'm gonna come out here, we're gonna adjust this, what we did from this. A real coach that looks into the intricacies of offense, defense, special teams, different things, and see where the problems are, and look right where that problem is and adjust that problem as opposed to the whole thing. You're starting to see it now, where guys are really starting to get it and they're starting to understand what's going on. And sometimes, just like somebody in Suicide Watch, it takes someone who's there to talk you off a ledge or to keep you from that ledge. I think Ben Johnson's done an excellent job as far as being able to identify exactly what the problem is, especially instead of looking at it as a whole, looking at a microcosm and fixing that. And it's kind of like a what do you call it? A domino effect, where instead of addressing a whole problem, that one problem, and that problem changes and fixes everything else.
To be honest with y'all, we can be this year's Washington. Not to get too ourselves, but we can look up, because the NFL has so much parity. We can look up and be an NFC championship game. If, you know, just depending on how the ball dropping, the way we playing, and just the way the team get confidence too, because we've had 3 games that we would have lost last year alone. And we won these games. I mean, Cincinnati, we definitely losing that game. We probably don't score that many points. Then the Washington game, Flukes would have definitely messed that up last year.
So messed it up this year.
So I'm just excited. I mean, 5 wins, the bottom ain't falling off, and everything trending. I mean, we 47 points in a shootout. I mean, I haven't seen that in a long time.
Yeah. I think I know as Bears fans, you know, we kind of like feel a little hesitation, right? Because we like, man, you know, we don't want to be fooled. Not all us, but I'm just saying we don't want to be fooled, and so we kind of like hesitant, like, okay. And I understand like Christian's sentiment when he said, well, another team would, because that's kind of how we feel, like if another team would we do X, Y, but Plank is a great point. You only could play who's in front of you. And that's why I was arguing with somebody, and they said, man, he only did this in references we talking about the quarterback. I said, you only playing the teams on your schedule. I said, I want you to go, if you want to make this argument, I want you to go look at the quarterbacks that you like and tell me who did they beat. Because they beat the people on their schedule, and some of them are the same teams that the Bears played. So here's the thing: is you can't say, "Hey, if Caleb Williams don't play good against the Bengals, then they need to make some adjustments." Then when he played good against them, you say, "Well, it's just the Bengals." If Caleb Williams don't play against good against the Dallas, then they need to make some moves. Oh man, it's only Dallas, right? See, it's like you was like, what do you want? You either want him to play good or you don't want him to play good. Then when he played good against a team that you think may not have the defense, then you invalidate it like it didn't mean anything. Playing football is hard. Playing quarterback is hard as heck. Look, I can't even play quarterback and touch football. So
damn if you do, damn if you don't. You know, and the interesting part about it is, if anyone wants to understand what we're doing here and how difficult it is, did you watch that Dallas game? It was like Dak was doing everything he could to will them to win a game, and they found ways to shoot themselves in the foot. I like where we at right now. You know, Dallas is in discord, and I ain't just saying this because my boy Tony Wells is a Dallas fan, and I be getting on him. But when you look at it, and now instead of looking at before, we were looking at players, teams make players like, man, why don't our 12 personnel look like that? Now our 12 personnel is starting to look like that. And when you see a team like a Dallas and they're going through what they're going through, it's like, only thing I can think of, I'm glad I'm not like that no more. You know what I'm saying? As far as the way that they look. So you can only, like Plank has always said, you can only just have to deal with the teams that are in front. It don't matter if they got one win or they undefeated. You know, look at Green Bay. They went up there against a team that they were supposed to beat the brakes off of, and they came out of that with an L at the crib.
Well, Green Bay, they ain't that they really mediocre.
Yeah.
They not.
Here's it on 22. Yep.
Yeah, I want to show maybe two throws, then we move on to Bears banner and talk about the upcoming game. I hope this is that throw you and I, Christian, was talking about. I don't know because I kind of fast forward to this, but if it's that throw, man, this throw was crazy right here.
Loveland?
Yes. Hold on, my screen.
I think it is.
What happened?
Okay.
Okay, no, that's not the one. Okay, that's not the one. Hopefully it comes up next. What's going on? Okay.
It's all right.
Hey, love Snoop.
Okay, man. I was hoping it was the throw because it may be the throw right after this, but this was the one on the goal line where he threads it in.
Right over the linebacker.
Right over the linebacker.
Yeah, that was something.
But you got a weapon. And Loveland is like what, 20 pounds lighter, Komet, same size, whatever, but younger.
I think he has.
And it's no disrespect to Komet, but get that dude out there and get him some reps because he's getting open and he's just peeling guys off of him. That guy's, man.
Well, they haven't been running plays for them, which is I found interesting. There are a couple of plays where I could tell he was the number one option. And I can tell based off of where his eyes going, and I can tell that there were. I think it's by design what Ben is doing. I wish I was in the room to tell y'all why, but I know for a fact that this last game that we played, it was a lot of concepts where he was the number one option.
Yeah.
I think it was designed on purpose because Rome was not like everybody. Like he didn't have the best game because Rome did have some balls thrown to him, but there were a lot of concepts that Rome was the second option. So it's like whatever they saw on film or whatever they were going to game plan and going into this week. But I know for a fact that there were a couple of plays like the touchdown play that Ben talked about it. But when I seen it, I know for a fact on that touchdown he was the number one option, and Ben confirmed it in his press conference this week. He was talking about how he was hunting the coverage and this and this and that. And when you watch it, you can tell that he was the number one option.
Yeah, so let's run that play. Okay.
Oh, I thought I'd be right back.
You got this, got the trips. Got the trips over to the right, down the bottom of the screen.
This is the scramble, right?
No, this is I think this is the touchdown. No, I might have went back a little too far. I went back a little too far. There we go. Let me go up a little more. There we go, right there.
That might, yeah.
There we go. Yeah, because that play was a scramble plank. You're right. That was a scramble to get them this close.
Okay.
Okay, there we go.
There was some great tackling by the 5 DBs that he caught the ball in the middle, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just look at the concept of the route. You can just tell that he was the number one option.
Yeah.
I don't even understand what the safeties is doing there playing. Please tell me, because
neither do they.
The fact that why he that far deep, that's crazy to me. Like, they weren't playing prevent defense, so he shouldn't have. That dude was far as ever. I'd be pissed off if I was the secondary coach. Like, bro, what are you doing?
Yeah. So I mean, if you look at this,
guys, jeez.
You know, anybody who think Caleb is a bomb, whatever you may think. I mean, when you look at this here, there's 2 guys, and look at that. That pocket is actually closing on this play. He actually throws this ball, it goes over top, and it lands before you can see both safeties are starting to close in on the play.
But there ain't a bum in the history of NFL that could make that play.
Man, let's run that back. Man, that throw was that throw was.
Like I said, there is not a bum, a legit bum. There's no legit bum in the history of NFL that can make that play.
Hey, I don't know who could throw. I mean, that was an incredible throw, incredible catch. Because where he put it, honestly, is where you're supposed to. He put it on his back shoulder.
Yep.
Protect him. Typically, that's where you want to put it, because you put it right here. Yeah, DBs can just punch right through that one. He put it on the back of him to where it was like, I'm protecting you type of throw. But they hit him, and everybody like, they should have made that tackle. Well, that dude's 6'6". So, and they probably like maybe 5'10" tops. So, who you think gonna make that tackle? Unless there's Sean Taylor back there, then
your job ain't trying to make a big hit. Your job is to get him on the ground, whether you grab his shoestrings or whatever.
Right.
No, but Sean Taylor would already have it in his mind. And look, you gonna catch this ball. I'm just gonna blast you. I have nothing I can do with that. I just need to blast you.
I don't know too many guys who would have been able to make that tackle. That's a big deal.
Yeah.
I mean,
out of 5 guys, no, that's terrible defensive back play.
It is. It's terrible defensive back play.
Your job is not to make a big hit.
No.
Your job is to get the guy on the ground.
Right.
Don't care what you have to do. You need to get him on the ground.
Yeah. I think where he threw the ball at was important as well, Christian, because the fact that the ball came here, correct, he was able to protect himself, but I believe the DB coming from this way, that's why he misjudged it. If the ball had been like in front of him, he was going to run right into his chest. But because he caught it this way, he overran the play. He kind of like was reaching because he ran where he thought he was going to be. And then they kind of like ping pong off each other.
Not only that, threw it over the Mike Backer who jumped in the air, and the ball did that. So, I mean, you talking about a ball that was about a 20-yard ball, and that's a 2 ball, and that dude threw it. I don't know how he did it. Like that was incredible throw. When I seen it, I was like, that's incredible, because I don't think people know how, like, so there's different throws. You got a 1 ball is like intermediate, 10, 15 yards. Then you got your 2 ball that's like this. That's the ball that typically drops. Okay. That's about 15 to 20 yards. And then you got your 3 ball, them your go balls, you throw your bang. This dude threw a 2 ball over Mike Backer. That I just don't know how he did that. Like that's incredible. I don't know how he did them type throws that Tom Brady, Peyton Manning used to make. Pat Mahomes made. I mean, we got a guy who made that, and he made it look so easy.
He made it look easy, didn't he?
But you know what? What happens is your fair weather fan would call that luck.
No.
When you throw a ball like that and a guy's in his stride with the momentum, it changes everything because now guess what? You're not tackling a stationary target. You're running and just say you're somewhat off balance. You're trying to catch this guy. He's able to shake you off. Now, if that ball's any shorter or any slower, now you give him a chance to kind of get a grab of the guy. So that's not luck. That ball is everything.
That ain't luck because football is one of the sports that's unpredictable. You call a play predicting the coverage, but then when the ball is hiked, you're gonna get something different. Yep. You might get 2-man, you might get cover 4, you might get cover 2. You don't know what coverage you're gonna get, and so you can't anticipate how to throw the ball. It's gotta happen when you see it, and you just gotta let it rip. And that's what he did, and he threw it to the back shoulder over a linebacker who's reaching his hand up like this, and I don't know how he did it. I don't know.
Hey, Chris, thanks so much for explaining 1 ball, 2 ball, 3 ball, because I know I was going to ask you like to do that on one of the shows because I know a lot of times mentioning, we football guys, and sometimes we'll say stuff that we make this, right? We're just talking, right? But we make sure that we bring back kind of football one-on-one where the fans or people viewing, that may not recognize those terms. But anyway, the Bears against the Giants coming up. Their quarterback is playing pretty good. Unfortunately, they just lost Cam Scatterbull to a pretty gruesome injury. Oh man, really actually 2 young stars back to back. We just lost Jalen Daniels with a gruesome injury on Monday. Only thing I could think about in that game, it looked like he wasn't playing well either. So I think that's why he was still in the game. They just wanted to get some positive things. But looking at this team has some names on it, even on their defense. But I think as a unit, they're not playing like a great unit, but they got the names there. I mean, what do y'all think? What do the Bears need to do to win this game against the Giants?
Better score. I don't be disappointed if we don't score 47 points. Their run defense is last. Cincinnati is before them, and they the last in defense. Then 2, Jackson Dart don't got nobody to throw to. Malik Neighbors.
Neighbors out. He's out.
Yeah, so like it should be a good getting good right game. You know what I'm saying? Like, you like a practice game in a sense, like you just getting out there and you want to do some things and feel good about yourself. We should score 47 points. We should.
Well, that would be nice. I don't see us scoring 47 points against these guys. I mean, this defensive line is probably one of the better defensive lines that we've seen relative to pass defense. Dexter Lawrence is a game player. Thibodeau is a good defensive end. Brian Burns has been an All-Pro on 2 different teams. So if nothing else, these guys at least have pride on their side. I think what we need to do is run the ball against these guys and kind of do more play action passing. I don't see us coming out and just slinging the ball and scoring 47 points. I'd love to do that. I got us scoring 31. So that ain't that far off. So,
but hold on, mate. Hold on. We had balance last week, though. We threw the ball for 37. We ran the ball 37. So that's why I said 47, because they last in the league in run defense. So we run the ball, play action. That's what I was thinking. Like, hey, we do what we did last week. Get 47.
Well, I don't know how the Giants' defensive backfield is. I haven't heard anything about them. Apparently, they haven't heard anything about themselves either, because I don't think they're very good.
No, we got Adebo questionable at left cornerback, free safety Javon Howard's questionable. They're going to play too, man. But by the same token, I think one thing that's going to help us out is having home cooking too. With them being in a tail slide right now in a situation where there was almost a possibility for them to even kind of be much better than they are. But you know what we need to do is we need to be giant killers, man. We need to go up in there and just smack them in the mouth and walk out there with a W.
Yeah, well, the weather is supposed to not be that good. I think it's supposed to be really pretty windy. Was that Christian?
In Chicago?
No.
Yeah, but it's different. This is a little different because you talk about Giants and Bears. It'd be different if it was like Giants and the Chargers. Both of these are cold weather teams, so I don't think.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be windy too, which makes it harder to throw in windy weather. So this is pound the ball, and I mean, I really want to see some old Maganga. I mean, I was very impressed, and I know some people may try to discredit it. No, I like the way he saw the field well. He ran. He when he put his foot in the ground, he was always falling forward. I think him and Swift, the more they use both of them together, this is going to be a real good combination. And I do like the way, I guess we was talking about the same thing with Loveland, how he's starting, you know, he getting more time. I think this is what was happening with Maganga, where he's making these guys earn their time. And I think guys are hungry, like he's saying with receiving core. If you want to be that feature number one, you need to show me why you need to be. You need to go out there and compete with the next guy. So I like that. So I think the Bears will win this game. Need to rely on the run game, cut down the mistakes, and you got to fix Hightower's on the radar. He cannot have that many penalties on special teams this week. I mean, David had too many penalties. I think the Bears had 7 in the game, and I think 4 was on special teams, somewhere close to that.
I'd like to see Moody get another chance, especially with a windy game and, you know, inclement weather. Cairo Santos, I think his days are numbered. First of all, his leg is so weak. He does line drive kickoffs, which puts us in a bad position. You imagine somebody getting 2.7 seconds to get a running start versus getting 1.7 seconds. That's a tremendous difference. So Santos is doing line drive kicks. So the guys are getting the ball and they get to run up, get a hit of steam. That can't be good. So I'd like to see him get replaced today. In this game, I mean.
I think our secondary this would be a good game for their confidence because, I mean, we hurt, but I mean the guys that we was going against last week, them dudes.
Oh my God,
them dudes.
Yeah.
Dudes, I mean that catch that Higgins caught over right. All you
doing is this. It's like,
yeah, you just a special dude. I mean, like you can't get it right for that. I mean, that's T. Higgins. I mean, so I think this is a good game because before that, they was having they had like 7 turnovers or something like that. And so like I hope Bears Banner and all Bears Nation don't lose sight of that. Like they were playing good despite before we ran up against them. So I just feel like this game is a good game to just like win and get our morale up and our confidence up because we got a long stretch of football. We had an early bye. They didn't love us with this schedule at all.
Scatterbo being out is a huge deal, man. It's a huge deal. Tyrone Tracy doesn't like, I mean, and I'm not being disrespectful to him, but he's not like the type of guy that will put fear in my heart when I'm thinking he's in the backfield now. Scatterbo getting lost is a huge loss for them.
Yeah.
Now what happens is you could tee off on guys. It's like you could just say, okay, fine. This is what we're going to do. We ain't got to put 6 or 8 in the box for him. We got guys that should be able to get their thing on, but I just think this will be a one for our banged up secondary to be able to eat, so we'll see what happens. So
I think we're going to be all right. I really do. I think Taylor going to have a good game. I think our running game, I mean, Manunga was averaging 7 yards a carry. Unheard.
Like Jim Brown, give me the ball.
7 yards a carry. Jeez.
Man.
Hey, can we play that defense again?
Man.
Sometimes was that Christian?
gonna say the offensive line, they know that. So them boys gonna want to go out there and try to do that again. I guarantee you they are.
Yeah.
This defensive line's a little bit tougher than that, but at least they on paper they are. It looked like they all making some career decisions when they get out on the field, and they deciding that they want more paychecks than trying to stop somebody. So we'll see how that's gonna go.
If you don't
You know
work
what? That's why you have to allow a team to gel together, because when you look at the first 2 games this season, you have only returning player that was, you had 2 returning players, and both of us on opposite end of the field. You had Jones and you had Braxton, right? Every other 3 all new guys. So other than Tooney, even Wright kind of got started off slow, and you're looking at their PFF grades, and they almost everybody on the line, it was under 70. Now you're looking at these guys, and like you said, Plank, they're eating. I mean, you're looking at even Jonah Jackson grades have jumped up a lot. I mean, he was
like he can play football.
47 pass blocking. I think he's all his scores up in the 70s now. I mean, he's killing it, and even Drew Diamond grades have improved a whole lot. I mean, and Wright is on his way to the Pro Bowl if he keep doing this.
Yep.
Yes. Yeah.
When you start seeing dog rushers go to the other side to rush the ball, somebody doing something good on one side. So
they got 4 guys that PFF grade is over 70.
Yeah.
The only one is Theo. He in the 50s.
What's up, Crooked Commish? What's the word, man?
What's up?
What's going on?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all wanna we're gonna speed through. Y'all wanna speed through? Y'all wanna do 2 for 2? Then we get to these predictions. Man.
Sure.
Let me get the 2 for 2.
No,
Guys here when Guy is here, and Guy's here when he's not here for 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
Guy is everywhere.
2 for 2.
I don't know about that. In a way, that's how my life has been lately. I've been everywhere, man.
Clone yourself. A 2 for 2 for those who are new to the show is your 2 top teams this week and your 2 bottom teams this week. Who wants to start it off?
I got the worst teams. Oh my God. You got Cleveland playing the New York Jets. I think Cleveland would be a lot better if they gave Shedeur Sanders a chance, but you're talking about a battle of attrition. I'm going to say that the 2 worst teams for me this year are the New York Jets and the Miami Dolphins. That's my worst 2. The best 2, I'm going to put same 2 from last week, Detroit and New England.
Oh, man.
Over Buffalo?
Yeah. New England is leading that division.
Division. But man, Buffalo, they just, I don't know. They scare me though in the playoffs.
Well, they ain't scaring them in the regular season right now.
Hey, my 2 for 2, my bottom 2 is Miami and the Jets. My top 2, I'm gonna go throw in Danny Dimes and his group, the Colts and the Eagles.
Okay.
My bottom feed is the Jets and Titans still, and my top end would have to be the Patriots, and I would have to say, you know what, I wanted to say the Broncos, but actually watching them play against the Raiders right now, it don't look like that top squad, man. I'm probably gonna go with I say the Patriots and the Bills.
All right.
What you got, Christian? You got anybody?
Yeah, I'm gonna go bottom 2 teams. I'm gonna go Miami and the Titans. The Titans is just bad this year. My 2 top teams is just gonna be this gonna it's gonna surprise y'all, but I'm gonna go Seattle because they've been balling. Seattle is balling. They've been balling. I'm gonna go Seattle and I'm gonna go the Bills.
Okay.
The Bills ain't even first in their division.
I know, but I'm just saying, like, I feel like they will. I feel like they will beat it. I feel like they will. I feel like the young Patriots team gonna take a step back at some point, and the MVP he gonna just start playing lights out again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah, and they definitely got a last place schedule as well, New England.
But that's what I feel.
Mm-hmm.
New England going up against that quarterback that's just crazy.
Yeah.
Tampa Bay this week, so that ought to be interesting.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Mm.
But
Man, Sam Darnold is playing some good ball this year, man. I wonder if the Vikings may be regretting that. I mean, he's killing it, man.
JJ
McCarthy had like 31 points at halftime against Washington.
Yes.
30, I think it was 31 points at halftime. I mean,
but he got
ain't no punk, so we'll see.
He got some receivers.
You know that word tact, that needs to be spread out like linoleum. Why is it that every doggone station played that Jaden Daniels injury at least 30 times the day afterwards? I'm like, how many times? Why don't you just say, even if they put the little pixelation or something, but all I can see is like his arm looking like this with backwards. It's like I went online when I found I saw he got hurt. I pulled up Jaden Daniels' injury instead of just saying, "Oh, Jaden Daniels was injured." It was a big old picture, and he's on the ground. Yeah. I'm like, man,
I'm glad it wasn't his right arm. Thank God.
Yeah.
That just reminds us of how brutal the NFL used to be.
Oh man, yeah,
like this every week. So to the point where we're numb. Think about it. This is happening in the league where you really don't get to hit the quarterback except right in the middle of his chest. You can't hit him in the legs, can't hit him in the head. But you know that was grotesque. I wish he has a speedy recovery.
How about this, Plank? If Jaden Daniels was playing in the 70s, after he got that surgery, he'd have been out 3 weeks, and then he came back with this big old cast on his left arm, and he'd have been out there behind a quarterback.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying that's
you know what? He'd be weighing more because in the 70s, I mean, the only body I could say, not 70s, but 80s that was close to that size might have been, what's the brother name played for the Eagles? Randall Cunningham.
Randall, a quarterback.
But he was still more thicker.
But whole time,
he was 220.
Yeah, that was he was more thick. I'm talking about slam, but he was more thicker, definitely.
Right,
I mean,
but
you didn't have
a big
like
boy
Jaden
too.
Daniels size.
I would be having a
conversation. Would have put some meat on you in the 70s.
with Cliff Kingsbury though, because why would you run? Why would you call zone read? The game is over. Why don't you just hand the ball off to him? Like, why would you do that? You know that. I mean, we all play. It's in us. I'm gonna make a play. We not thinking like, oh, the game is coming down. Oh, I see. I'm gonna make a play. Why would you do that to him? Like, why would you, of all play calls, you call that? Like, that just to me was dumb.
Yeah, I didn't think it made any sense.
It reminded me of Derrick Rose's injury.
Oh, I was just thinking that play.
Had a guy out there in a game that was clearly over.
Yes.
The Bulls, they were up by 20 points or whatever. Left, and you left your superstar out there. He gets hurt. They were losing by 31.
Right.
Yeah.
There was no way Daniel was going to make a difference. And you had him out there to do what? To prove a point? He knows the offense.
Yeah, I think they were trying to get a touchdown or something. I don't know.
It could have been a teachable moment. You sit him on the bench and put that little iPad out there and let him get that 22 from above and see where his problem is. But the problem is nowadays, you would think that it's like an oxymoron. They say, oh, well, you know, they kind of coddle these players and say it's a business because we're playing them money. But then you turn around to your dog, y'all getting blown out, and he's in the game. It's crazy, man.
And that just show you how the NFL be having parity because, man, they a team last year that was in the NFC playoff. Now they bust going to be bigger than the top 10 next year. They probably not win another game. That's it.
Yeah. We didn't do much on the trade deadline. I can't even think of what the guy's name.
Brad Pose didn't do nothing stupid.
Yeah.
We need all our draft capital.
Yeah,
I think Dallas had the best job on the trade deadline. Dallas, they made quite some plays. So strangely enough, as much as I don't like Dallas, they did some pretty good things during this season. So I think they're going to be more of a problem next year. And you don't even hear me congratulating Dallas for doing anything. So,
but like
Quentin Williams, yeah, that dude's legit. and
Yeah,
you put him with the guy they got from Green Bay, it's going to be hard running the ball against Dallas. So we need to watch that for the rest of the season.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
sure. Trajan Shoyinka ain't nothing. I'm not trying to downgrade him, but he's really nothing but a body. He hasn't
Dude
done.
got a name, don't he? Tryon?
Yeah,
Keep
but
trying, I guess.
dude, how many of y'all? What was y'all initial reaction? Because I'm looking at work. I'm at work and I see it come across the wire that Sauce Gardner got traded to the Colts. I'm like, okay. And then I'm looking and I'm like, wait a minute. Did I just see Sauce Gardner got traded? And we were talking all amongst us. He hasn't really been that guy lately. But a lot of it, a guy like him, you putting him into a system. Not saying that the Colts secondary is a world beater, but you're upgrading, and now you're in an upgraded situation with what they got. Their secondary now with Sauce Gardner is way better than the Jets, even if they weren't all that good.
That guy for $30 million a year a couple months ago. 4 years, $120 million, and you trade him halfway through the season?
I'm gonna say so, because you play DB, so you know how this is. Your offense sucks, and you playing the whole game. That's why they defense don't look that good, because they can't score. They can't even make first downs.
Yeah,
I guarantee you, when he gets to the Colts, you're gonna see him look like Sauce Gardner again.
Yep.
I have no doubt. My problem is why I trade the guy
Better.
That you just signed.
$120 million.
Yeah.
But you got a guy who's in an anemic situation. Now you got him in a team that went from having 1 or 2 wins to a team that only lost 2 games. Now you huffed up, and then now you look around and you look at your secondary, and everybody in your secondary is a drastic upgrade from what you had. It's almost like you almost can just show up and be the player that you were with the Jets this year and make them even that much better.
Probably more motivated as well. But I believe I understand your point, Plank, because I think what happened was the Jets looked at it like, we're going to bring Justin Fields in here, and if he could get us to a playoff, we on target. But I think because the season didn't work out the way they wanted to, now they just tanking now. They just got rid of some players, and they pretty much like, hey, unfortunately for Justin Fields, he's been put in a situation where the team is just trying to lose games so they could draft another quarterback. That's basically all that's happening.
He up out of there, and the coach probably gonna be gone too.
He might be right.
They're gonna bring him down there, because why would I keep that coach? You know what I'm saying? I just start fresh.
Yeah.
Well, you can cut him if you want to. It's going to cost you $20 million to get your salary cap. So
they just did the Patriots did that with Jared Mayo.
Yeah,
he actually ended up taking the season so they could get Drake May, and they still fired him at the end of the season.
Yep.
Wow.
So it wouldn't surprise me, Plank, for real. And the Jets, they owner since he been there, they haven't won.
He don't know what he's doing. He just owning.
Yeah, they won. Like they've been terrible.
They've been terrible since Joe Namath.
Yeah,
man, that's
y'all ready for some predictions of the Bears and Giants? Anybody?
Yeah, I got this game going.
What you got, Plank?
Bears 31, the New York Giants 21.
Okay, 31-21.
I got the Chicago Bears 34, New York Giants 17.
Oh,
17. Okay, you're looking at a blowout. I had the Bears 35, and I had the Giants 21. What you got, Christian?
Sticking to my guns, 47.
Oh,
21 Giants. I'm sticking to it. I'm sticking to it.
47 piece. Okay, I'll take it.
We get 40. So yeah, that's what we doing. That's what we doing.
We got Plank 31. What's that? I'm sorry.
I believe it. We're gonna get that 7.
Okay.
Plank got the Bears winning 31 to what was that, Plank? I missed it.
21.
31-21. Guy got the Bears winning 34-17. Christian has the Bears winning 47-21. I got the Bears winning 35-21, and Jay's on vacation. We get his score, him and Dr. Quick. Later on, man, we got a home game, man. We haven't seemed like we haven't been home in forever, man.
We haven't.
I know, man. Home cooking, man.
They ain't love us. They
Jay
gave
got
us
the Bears 24-13.
Yeah, he does.
roll game. Yeah, that's bogus.
No,
he got
Jay
for
didn't
21?
put his score in here because he's out with his wife and he's not on Bears banner. So we gotta step up for him. He wasn't on no Bears banner. He's with his wife, enjoying his time, doing whatever.
What Jay's score was? It is
24-13. He
24-13.
did score out there. So
Bears.
oh,
we
okay.
tried to help him.
24-13, man. And man, you know what? We get this game, man.
6-3 looks good.
6-3 look good, man. I'm gonna have to let go of that Vikings game. I'm gonna have to let it go. I mean, you know, I keep wanting to go back to like, man, you know, we could be 6-2 right now, right?
Well, we get some get back though, man.
Beginning of the year, I had the Bears going 10-7, so I got a chance at that.
Yeah, I had them 9-8.
Whole game when we played the Vikings, I can't remember. Were they here?
That was the first game.
Were we home or were we at their house or were they here?
Oh,
We were, I can tell you real quick, hold on. We played here, we lost here.
Dang.
Oh, was it?
Okay. Let's get them at the crib, man. November 16th. After this game, we in Minnesota.
I wanted to play that November weather. Come on, get out that dome, and come up in this Chicago weather.
Hey, y'all got anything else before we close out? Hey, thanks, Christian, for sharing the show, the 2-minute drill with us, and letting us roll it over to Bears banner.
Being with me, yes, sir.
I do, man. I got something to go, man. I mean, you know what? One of my past masters in my lodge, one of my guys, Henry Wright, said something in one of our things. He said, you know what? It's okay to not be okay. If you need some help, man, go get some help. Don't let your pride soak you up. We lost a player, man, Marshawn Nealon from the Dallas Cowboys. He was the guy that picked up the fumble recovery in this game just past. Next thing you know, he's getting chased by the police, and he kills himself. I know his mom had passed away, but we don't know what's going on with him. I don't make light of people losing their lives like that, but if you need help or you feel like that this world is closing in on you, please go get some help, man.
Yeah, thanks, guy. Great public service announcement. You know, I mean, nothing else to be said about that. Yeah. Yep. So, hey, if there's anything else before we close out, I mean, that was powerful what you just said, guy. But if not, hey, we'll see you Sunday. Until then, peace.